to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushua, Ba'Shem, Rakakadash.
Yahweh is the true holy power. The name of Heavenly Father, Ba'Shem is the name. Yahushua is the true holy power. God's Son was the Savior of the nation of Israel. Starting off with the elect within the nation of Israel. Israel consists of so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, as well as Israelite foreigners scattered abroad that may look like the nations where you've been scattered to, but are Israelites. We also going to give honor to the elders and apostles, great millstone who rule well. Peace is how you take this to the hope of the light, pushing out this word in all sincerity and truth. We are the real Hebrew Israelites. We come out one hand and we got the prophesied down from the Americans in the uprising of the Lord's chosen people. Because at the end of the day, man, the Lord is only dealing with the nation of Israel, all right? And we got to come out of prophecy. As a matter of fact, let's just jump right into the prophecy. Second Ezra 15. Let's start at the top. Hey, because everything that's happening on the planet Earth is going. Okay, come. Everything that's happening upon the planet Earth, all right, is going according to the Holy Scriptures, man. All right, the different things that are happening with the economy, all right, these uproars, riots, and so on and so forth. Everything is found in the Holy Scriptures, man. But you go ahead.
It says, Second Ezra 15:1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, says the Lord.
Right, so the Lord is good. And our mouths is words, man. Right? Prophets, man, to prophesize, to say before, to speak before. So telling you the things that are going to happen before it happens, man. All right? Like our elders and apostles have been out telling you that the war is imminent. All right? And you see all these nations gathering together, more nuclear weapons, so on and so forth, man. You know?
Everything is happening because of the Lord is orchestrating, man. It says in Ezekiel 3rd chapter, the 17th verse, he says, I have set you as a watchman, as a watchman on the tower, so you can give them warning from me. You know, so we're just telling you what the Lord's about to bring on this place, man. You know, if you guys don't want to take heed, then that's on you.
And you're going to go do it too, man. We're telling Esau Edom what he's going to do. He's going to do that shit because it's prophesied in the scripture. He's speaking the mind of the Lord, man. That's right. Saying Jeremiah 3:15.
That's right. And can the brother grab Proverbs 21:1 real quick? That's what he said.
To show you the Lord is in control of this program, man.
That's right. That's right.
This is Proverbs 21:1. He that followeth after the righteous and mercy findeth life.
That's not true.
Maybe.
Oh, 21:1. I said 21. So like, it says Proverbs 21:1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord Yahweh.
Who's the king right now? Who's the king right now? Esau Edom, because power is given to the wicked, man, to rule this earth, man. All right? So that's talking about Esau. The king's heart, which your heart is your mind. Because how John said in Matthew 9:4, he's saying that the mind, so what you think your heart, your thoughts, man. Pretty much that's how it goes. You go to read Matthew 9:4, it tells you.
I got it. This Matthew chapter 9 and verse 4, and Yahushua, knowing their thoughts, said, wherefore think ye evil in your hearts?
Which, yeah, so that proves your heart, your mind, man. He said, what you think of your thoughts? All right?
You don't have thoughts right here.
Exactly.
You have thoughts up here. So like the elder was going into, the word heart goes back into the Hebrew word lav, which means mind.
That's it.
So the king's mind is in the hands of the Lord, man.
That's it.
The king, the modern day king right now would be Esau Edom. He's on top. He's the ruler. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So the Lord is in control of Esau Edom's mind. He's in control of Joe Biden's mind. He's in control of the elite's mind, Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, okay? And he's in control of the opposition. It says the deceiver and deceiver are his. He's in control of Vladimir Putin. He's in control over everything. He's called the Father of Spirits for a reason. He is omnipotent. He is in control over everything. In the book of Isaiah says that he mustered the whole of the battle. Right? Meaning this whole World War III that's taking place, that's the Lord orchestrating that, man.
It also says in the book of Daniel, it says the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men. All right, and he set it over the basis of men, right? So right now the Lord is giving rulership to the basis of men, the lowest of the low of all the heathens, which is Esau Edom, man.
This man come from the cave, praying. He couldn't even talk. He's praying, man. He took a nation of people like that and raised them up, and now they ruling the whole world right now. That's power, man. Yeah. That's power from the Ba'Shem Yahushua, man.
Yeah, he showed that with Nebuchadnezzar.
Yep.
You know, that was a foreshadow, so to speak, man. Nebuchadnezzar being king of Babylon, Esau being the king of Babylon, right? And he took Nebuchadnezzar, which was the highest, you know, and brought him low, man, turned him into a beast, man. And that's what the Lord did with the nation of Edom as a whole, man. Here it is, they ruled as the Greeks, as the Romans, they was up high, and the Lord brought them low, man.
Daniel says the Lord ran into the kingdom of men.
You know, and set it over at the basis of men. So now this devil is set up on high, man.
For prophecy's sake, man. All right, he had the scripture say Esau's the end of the world and Jacob's beginning of that fall. Before the kingdom of heaven was able to be established, Esau even had to rule again, man. You know, he's the last ruler, heathen ruler.
That's right.
All right.
That's right. Back in this Proverbs 21:1, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. As the rivers of water, he turneth whatsoever he will.
Whose will? The Lord's will. So all Esau planning, that's really the Lord, man. The RFID microchips, that's really the Lord's RFID microchip to test the world, man.
Yeah, all that, everything belongs to the Lord. All right, it says that the Lord created the wicked even for the day of evil. So everything that the devil is doing, the Lord has him doing. The Lord has him sanctified it. He can't resist the will of the Lord, man. So when that microchip comes, that's the spirit of the Lord. That's why it's written about. It's in the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushai that this devil is going to set up a system and they're going to push this microchip, man, the mark of the beast. Okay? The Lord already said that. These missiles, those belong to the Lord. In Isaiah 13, it says big nation. In Jeremiah, it talks about the Lord going into his arm, created the smith and the waster to destroy. All right? You got it.
This is Isaiah 46:9. Remember the former things of old, for I am the Most High, and there's none else. None else, I am the Most High, and there's none like me. Declaring the end from the beginning, and from ancient times the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure.
All the Lord's pleasures are found written in the scriptures. So everything's written in the scriptures is going to come to pass, man.
That's it. Right? And it said he declared the end from the beginning. So from the beginning of time, the Lord already ordained what was going to happen. See, this is his movie, right? Just like a director, he writes the script. All right, he has his acting set on, he's going to fulfill whatever the script is written for that now. The same thing with Yahweh Shem Yahushai. The Lord is giving us an inside look on the script, on what's to come and what's to happen. All right, and now we know what's going to happen, and we're just telling you how this movie's going to play out. Esau is going to go down. The nation of Israel is going to be risen up. Plagues are going to be sent upon this place, and so on and so forth, man.
And most I say, surely he would do nothing but reveal his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. That's Amos 3:7. Man. So he raised up elect number of men and opened their mind up to understand these scriptures. And he out our way prophesied it before it come to pass. Man.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 48, and verse 5. It says, I have even from the beginning declared it to thee. Before it came to pass, I showed it thee, lest thou shouldest say, my idol have done them, and my graven image and my molten image have commanded them. So like they were just mentioning, man, these prophecies written, going back to 2 Timothy, all these prophecies written, that's recorded, man, and Yahweh Shai thought about it all, man. So you see it come to pass, you see the prophets proclaiming, and you know Yahweh Shai did it, not those other idols, man. That's it.
So Revelation 6:4. And there went out another horse that was red. Now, you know, scripture tell you in Genesis 25th chapter, the first came out red all over. That's talking about Esau Edom, the nation of people. They call themselves white. We really get a good look at them. They're not white, they're red. Right. Different shades of red. That's right. All right. So it says, and there went out another horse that was red. Horse represents power, man. All right. So it says, and power was given to him. That's the point. Power was given to him. Who was it given to him by? Yahweh Shem Yahushai, the Most High, man. For prophecy's sake, man. All right. So it says, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword, which that's his blessing, man, given to him by Isaac, man, which was Yahweh Shai, actually, in that time, man.
They died, you got something?
Con, this is Romans 9 and 17. It says, for the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth. So that's why he was given the sword, so the Lord can bring him up, so that he can take him down.
Yeah.
It's not because they did it upon it. It's not because of the power they own. It's because of the power of the Lord.
Yeah, the power of the Lord. Yeah, this is all the glorified Yahweh Shem, Yahweh Shaddai and all this. That's right, bro. All right,
So before the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, he covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? So that is another precept, and that's how we can understand it. That you know that the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, man. All right, which is what the elders going into Esau Edom. That's it.
This is Isaiah 10 and 12. Wherefore it shall come to pass that when the Lord has performed his whole work upon Mount Zion and on Jerusalem, I will punish the fruit of the stout heart of the king of Assyria.
Talking about Esau Edom, man. Stout heart means full of pride, man. All right, he's stout-hearted, man. And the Lord, and I remember the apostle said in one day, I think they last speaking, you want him to be that way. So that make that much more fun of the crush his pride, man. Right. You know, he's still gonna be proud and keep happy. That will give us more belief.
Yeah, the Lord's gonna harden their heart just like he did to Pharaoh, man. We just got out of the feast of unleavened bread, man. So I just been meditating on that a lot. And just like how the Lord was hardening Pharaoh's heart, the same thing he's doing to Esau, man. Even till Amaziah comes, he's gonna harden this devil's heart to fight against him, man. It says in the book of 2 Kings 13 that the multitudes are scared, but they yet durst fight, man. All right, so the Lord's gonna put the spirit on them to fight against him, and that's the best type of opponent you want. Someone that's gonna come in, he's scared too. Right. So he's coming in with no technique. Yeah, and then all you gotta do is counter him, man. That's what the apostles was going into in that same week. The apostles was going into that. The elders gave the same analogy the same week, man. That's how Esau's coming. He's gonna come with his chin in the air. He's gonna come swinging all wild, and the Lord's gonna counter his ass, man. He's gonna throw everything that he got. All right, not gonna be able to put a scratch on the chariots, man. The Lord is going to show that you Egyptians are but men and not power and not God. You're just a tool, man. The Lord, you're just the axe that's being used, the weapon that's being used, man. Go ahead.
It says Isaiah 10 and 12. It says, wherefore it should come to pass that when the Lord has performed his whole work upon Mount Zion.
Right, and what's his whole work? When you read up, it talks about the destruction, man. Right, the calamities that he's going to bring upon Jacob. Having great wrath because he thought that he had for a short time. But really, when you read in the chapter, it lets you know that wrath is really that wrath of Yahweh Shai. And he's just using the modern day Assyrian, he's just using Esau Edom to execute his work, to perform his work, Jacob's trouble upon all you rebellious Israelites. But
oh no, I'm gonna say it too. Lord actually, he loves a good fight anyway, man.
He's a man of war.
Yeah.
He was using Pharaoh in Egypt, right? It was prophecy that we would go into captivity for 400 years in a strange nation. That was the Egyptians. The Lord used them to do that, man. Then he got done using them, and when he got done using them, he destroyed their ass, man. It's the same thing he's about to do to modern day Egypt. He's been using America. He's been using Babylon. But now he's done using this damn place, man. So he's going to destroy this place and rain fire and brimstone upon it.
Yeah, because like he told Abraham, he was talking about the Egyptians back then. He told Abraham that 400 years he's going to people in captivity. And that nation he's going to punish, man. So ain't no Edomite, ain't going to be no Edomites that's going to get off scot-free. Right. Every last one of you, the whole nation Edom is going to pay, man. The Lord judges by nation, man.
Yeah, he judged the whole nation of Egypt. He didn't just give Pharaoh.
Yeah.
He got the servants, the Egyptian servants, the low-level Egyptians. Yeah. There was death in their house, all right? All the way up to Pharaoh. All the way up to Pharaoh and his magicians and his counselors. There was death in every house of the Egyptians, man. Wasn't nobody exempt. All right, like they trying to say now, well, my family didn't have slaves. They don't give a fuck, man. All right, if you're an Edomite, you're gonna be judged with the rest of the Edomites, man. If you're a Moabite, you're gonna be judged with the rest of the Moabites, so on and so forth.
Hey,
okay?
Con, that's Isaiah 14:21. And it's funny how when it come down to Esau Edom, now it's the individual. They all ain't like that. But when he come down to judging you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, he won't judge everybody. The whole, all of you,
Right.
man.
Everybody's categorized together when it's us.
Yeah, exactly.
But when it's them, oh, those are my ancestors, or that was these people. No, y'all all gonna be judged as a nation.
This is real quick. Wisdom of Solomon 18 and 11. The master and the servant were punished after one manner, and like as the king, so suffered the common person. So even today, man, all right? Like, hey, you explaining the mentality of these Edomites, oh, that was my ancestors or whatnot, or you got a lot of Edomites, they all against the elite bankers. Yes, those bankers, it's those Jewish people, and this and that and the third. But look, you're going to suffer just like the king, your rulers, even the lower level Edomite that's a bum on the street, he's going to suffer, man. All right? Hey, I'm sure it was during the time of back in ancient Egypt, I'm sure it was Egyptians that didn't have slaves, man. All right? Everybody didn't have money to have slaves and this and that and the third, but still the firstborn in their house died. All right? They might not have been put as much down on the Israelites as they left. But all they ass caught now, all they ass got punished. The same thing now, no Edomite is going to escape from punishment.
Yeah, even the Israelites, man. I'm quite sure every last Israelite when going off like that towards both sides, but they all had to fall, man, because the majority, man. So Lord is not going to respect the person, and his own son had to be for his wickedness. When it's Solomon and Adam, so much more you just who the Lord ain't even dealing with, but you got there and reach it.
Shall thou altogether go unpunished? God forbid thou shalt not go unpunished, man. All right? You shall surely drink of that cup, man. You surely gonna taste the wrath of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh, every last bit of it, man. And then nuclear missiles is just the beginning of it, man. The dregs is the 1,000 years of captivity. All right? That's the worst part. The nuclear missiles, that's the easy part. That's the beginning. That's the game, man. Just wait till we open the door and new will come down from heaven. That's when your hell begins, man. It says the remnant of Jacob shall be in the midst of many people as a young lion, whom when he goeth down, none shall deliver, man. All right. So just wait till we get them new bodies in the Lord. Renew us, man. Renew our strength. Okay. We mount up with wings as eagles. We can walk and not be weary, run and not faint. That's when real hell begins. Conditions played out on earth, like they say. The white man's hell is, or the white man's heaven is the black man's hell, or vice versa. The so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American man, the Israelites' heaven is the so-called white man's hell, the Edomite's hell, man. All right, that's your punishment. Okay. Right now we've been living in your heaven, and you built up your kingdom off of our backs. So the scriptures say, "He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed." Trading places, we're going to get our revenge. It's a righteous thing with the Heavenly Father to recompense tribulation so they'll not trouble you. All right?
I got one real quick because it's going to leak over that Isaiah as well, because these devils are going to get punished, right? Now, the brother I quoted a precept talking about us renewing our strength, right? Now, the scriptures also say that even the feeble among them shall be as King David, right? The house of David is being risen back up. So if the house of David was being risen back up, when you go back during the time of David, how was he treating these heathen, man? This is 2 Samuel chapter 12, and I'm going to start at verse 29. And David gathered all the people together and went to Rabbah and fought against it and took it. And he took their king's crown from off his head, and the weight whereof was a talent of gold with precious stones. And that's what Yahushua is going to do, man. In the book of Revelation, in the 19th chapter, says on his head was many crowns, man. He's taking rulership away from all these heathen, man.
Right. It says all the haughty and the lofty looks shall be brought low. The Lord alone in that day shall be exalted, man. Yahweh Yahushua is going to serve the throne, and all you other nations is going to be put under his footstool, as the prophecy says, man. Those my enemies that don't want me to rule over them, bring them hither and slay them before me. Everybody's going to be beaten in subjection under the Lord Yahweh Mashiach. Y'all got the Messiah, Mr. Screwed, man. He ain't no sister boy, man. He's a man of war just like our Father Yahweh. And that's what he's coming for. In the book of Revelation, the 19th chapter that the brother just quoted, it says, in righteousness he doeth judge and wage war, man. All right? So he's coming to wage war with this world. Okay? That's why in Matthew the 24th chapter, the disciples came unto Yahushua privately and said, what shall be the signs of thy coming and of the end of the world? When he comes, he's coming to end this world and to restore the kingdom unto Israel.
It says, and it was set on David's head, and he brought forth the spoil of the city in great abundance. Verse 31, And he brought forth the people that were therein and put them under saws. This is talking about the heathen, man. All right, this is a man after the Most High's heart. Keep that in mind, man. It says that he brought forth the people that were therein and put them under saws and under harrows of iron and under axes of iron and made them pass through the brickland. Meaning he put their ass in the oven. He was King David was on. It says, and thus did he unto all the cities of the children of Ammon. So David and all the people returned into Jerusalem. So that's why in the book of Psalms, in the book of Revelation, the 2nd chapter, Yahweh said it, man. He said, "He that overcometh will I grant him power over the nations, and he shall beat them with a rod of iron." So just like King David was putting their asses through the brickland, all right. Acts Thessalonians, man, it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you. This is the patience and the faith of the saints, man. This is what we're waiting on, the big recompense, man. It says this is the year of recompenses, the payback for the controversy of Zion, for what you've done unto our people, man. So once the Lord is done using you to execute punishment upon us, hey, the table's going to turn, man. That's why it says in Isaiah the 47th chapter, neither did he lay these things to heart, neither did he consider the latter end of these things, man. He didn't understand or realize that he was going to pay for every last bloodshed.
Mind, but the Lord's going to put his anger in us, man. You know? So, you know, like the brothers always say, man, you know, we don't know exactly what y'all did, but guess what? The Lord remembers, man. So he's going to put all that anger, all that indignation, you know what I'm saying? He's going to put it within us so we can, man.
Not to mention, he's going to reveal to us what he's done to us personally, man. That's going to turn us up once we find out. The Most High wiped our mind a clean slate. We don't remember everything, man.
Right.
All right.
Hey, man, just imagine that, man. The Lord put it in your, because they was doing some wicked shit, man. It was buck breaking children, taking wives, sending your children from one land to another land. Imagine the Lord put it in your realization, like, oh, this is the Edomite. This is the one that raped your wife in one of your past lives, man. All right, or took your child, man. Listen, now you know how much rage and indignation, and Esau knows that. That's why he tries to erase what happened to us in the history books. He tries to water it down. Oh, they were indentured servants and things of that nature, because he wants to hide away. He wants to hide from his judgment, because he knows that there's a recompense for those things, man.
All of them. Every last one of them, they know it, man. You know, this is a quote, one of the presidents, he quoted, he said that I shake and quiver, knowing that God is just power, man. And he was saying that based on what? The treatment of the people on this side, man. That there was going to be a recompense upon the Edomite nation for the things that they've done on the people onto this on that side, man. You know, they all know that and feel that, man. They all know that, you know.
JFK say something about, I believe it was JFK, that imagine if God was a black man or something like that.
Robert Kennedy.
You know, Kantawada. You know, because, man, they know, man. They know it's coming. It's just a matter of time, man. They feel it, they spirit. You know, his whole kingdom is shook, man. You know? Yeah. You want to go back in?
Yeah, Bible shot. 2 Andrew 15 and 5. It says, "Behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore said the Lord," and this is the Lord, man, speaking, man, through his prophets to warn the people that he's about to come and bring sword destruction to this place, man, because wickedness has exceedingly polluted this earth, man. All right, somebody got to take Hey, that's the spirit, because we started off with that. The Lord's will go back to us, so that's the spirit.
Isaiah 10 and 13, where he said, "By the strength of my hand I have done it."
Right, so this is going back into the mentality of Esau, Edom, the modern day Assyrian. So in his mind, he said, "By my strength, I've done all this, man." Let's keep reading. Prideful in heart, man. The pride of thine heart has deceived.
That's that dwellers in the rocks, Caucasians, man. Caucasians, being the Edomites, all right, the pride of your heart has deceived you, man. You're just a tool.
Yeah.
All right, they so prideful, they think that their houses shall continue forever. They so prideful that they shall not feel the loss of children and widowhood, man. But the Lord is going to bring all these destruction upon him very, very soon, man. Quickly and speedily, all right? It said, the Lord said, I beheld Satan cast down as lightning, man. Your kingdom has come to an end. We at the end of the road for you, man. It says the Lord in the book of Job, it says that there's bounds that this devil cannot pass, that the wicked cannot pass. We approach that bound, that line. All right, there's a specific line like that you can't get past this. All right, and we right there at the line. Look what you're doing, man. But look at the wickedness that you're pushing throughout the earth. There's a judgment, there's a recompense for these things, man. In the book of Nahum, it says the Lord will not at all acquit the wicked. All right, in the book of Ecclesiastes, it says because sentence against the evil work is not executed speedily, the hearts of the Son of Man is fully set to do evil. That's Esau's mentality right now. His heart is fully set to do evil, fully set to do wickedness. And that's what we're seeing being promoted throughout the whole earth. All right?
And the Lord set him up, man. The Lord dealt with that like that with all the heathen nations. He allowed the iniquity to be full first, man. You know? So we got that point now. We saw Edom was filled with measure of wickedness.
I got here the scripture real quick. 2 Ezra 6 and verse 7.
Second Ezra 6, verse 7. And it reads, it says, then answered I, and said, what shall be the parting asunders of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first, and the beginning of it that followeth?
So this Ezra's asking when the end gonna come, right? Go ahead.
And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born, of him Jacob's head held first the heel of Esau.
So you notice how he's asking him when is the end, and the Lord is responding by what? The birth that took place in Genesis the 25th chapter. Because that birth in itself was spiritual, how it symbolized something, right? Go ahead, Op.
It says, verse 9, for Esau is the end of the world.
That's why Esau came out first. You see? Go ahead.
And Jacob is the beginning of it that follows.
So that birth, what took place, Esau was born first, was showing that he was going to have the dominion and the leadership first, man. And then Jacob coming after him was that everlasting rulership, right? Go ahead, Bob.
Verse 10, it says, the hand of man is betwixt the heel and the hand. Other question, Ezra, asked thou not.
So you see how he gauged it? He said the time is between the heel and the hand. That was over 2,500 years ago, man. How much more now during the time we in now? So like the brother explained, he said, what? We're right there at that breaking point, man. We're right there. We are reaching those bounds that he can't pass, you know? It says that it was between the heel and the hand during the time of Ezra, man. That was 2,500 years ago, man. You know? So how much closer are we all to Esau's downfall now? In the book of Revelation, it says that there's those 4 angels that's holding back the winds. They're prepared for a year, an hour, a day, and a month, man. I'm roughly paraphrasing, man. And that's the set time that Esau cannot go past, you know? So we ain't got long, man.
Hey, we're really in that year, all right? The year of the Lord's recompense, the year of the Lord's vengeance, all right? The year of the Lord's redeem. It's all synonymous. When the Lord comes to redeem his people, he's going to bring vengeance upon his people's enemies, man, all right? It says in the book of Wisdom of Solomon, of thy people, of the righteous was accepted salvation, and of the destruction of the enemies, man. Roughly paraphrasing Wisdom of Solomon. That was ancient Egypt. This is modern day Egypt. In 2 Corinthians 15, the Lord said, I will send plagues upon Egypt as I did before. We're gonna see a rerun, all right, of ancient Egypt, but it's gonna be a lot worse this time. In the book of Daniel, it says a time like no other. In the book of Jeremiah, it says the same thing. So those plagues that hit Egypt is similar plagues that's hitting modern day Egypt right now. Like one of the plagues is what? The food is completely through, right? The air is through. These are all different plagues, and we're going to see them intensify. There's lead in the water, which that was the same thing that happened in Rome. All right, this is modern day Rome again, okay? And the Bible talks about that. The deadly wound being healed. The deadly wound of the dragon being healed. The dragon being the Roman Empire. It being healed, coming back in this current power structure. All right? So it's following in the same way Rome fell. It's the same way America is falling. In Rome, they was putting women up in position of power. Their money was being devalued. All right? Their army was spread thin.
The roads was all corroded.
Their infrastructure, which that's a prophecy. The water had lead in it. All right,
They had enemies on all sides.
It was completely done. All right, it's the same way that we see America falling. All right, and that's in the Bible though.
Yeah.
It's all written about in the scriptures.
Yeah, I was thinking about too, earthquakes in diverse places, you know. That's part of the science, man. That's part of the plagues, actually, man. You know, because I remember when I was little, you ain't never known a tornado hit these other areas. It was like known that happened like on the West Coast or whatever, California or whatever. Now they all happening all over the place, man. That was one of the signs the Lord told his disciples to look for.
Well, in Isaiah said, I will visit the place with storm, with tempest,
Yep.
with devouring fire, with earthquakes,
Yep.
different weather phenomenons, which we're seeing take place. There's fucking snowstorm in Texas.
Oh, yeah.
Where the hell? But you don't hear about that. Yeah.
Forest fires.
Yeah, forest fires in
Tornadoes.
Australia.
Yeah, over.
To kill billions of wildlife, man. Kill all type of wildlife, man. California, they're always on fire too.
They had a fire tornado.
Yeah, fire tornado. That was last year, right?
They had the fire tornado.
Yeah.
Never seen no shit like that before.
And also, you had something here in the Midwest called the Derecho. Who the fuck knows what that is? We didn't know what that is till this place got hit with this shit. And it's called a land. It's pretty much a land hurricane in the Midwest. We had a land hurricane. It's the working of the Lord,
It
man.
didn't come from the sea. It just
Yeah.
appeared on land.
And it said what? It said in the Apocrypha, it talks about blasting the herbs, roughly
the
fair
blasting.
hail and the blasting, right? That's what happened, man. The Lord destroyed all type of crops out here in the Midwest, man.
That's going to lead to
To the
famine.
famine, which is also biblical prophecy.
Right.
And in Luke 21, it talks about the nations being distressed with perplexity. You go into that word perplexity, and one of the definitions means a lack of resources. They've been talking about, since 2019, I've been hearing it a lot, a global food shortage, all right? Global, not just in America, but global, all right? All around the world, okay? And that's what the Bible says, all right?
They teach in history that Iowa, they supplied a lot of corn to World War II, man. You know, so that was a big, this land here has a lot of corn, and you know, they use that a lot for food, man. You know, so the Lord, man, he hit surgical strike, man.
Yeah.
He hit Iowa, hey, man. You know, and it laid down a lot of crops, man. It's gonna be, what do you call it? Yeah, con. It's gonna be like shit. How do I explain it? It's gonna be basically, they're gonna feel it later on, man. Not right now at that moment, but later on.
That's a body shot. That's a body shot.
Delayed.
Yeah, that body, yeah, it's delayed. Man. That body shot, you gonna feel that motherfucker. It's gonna hurt later on. Like, you gonna get hit with that, and if I keep hitting you right there, it's gonna take a toll on you more later on. Right? They call it investing in the body. So that's what the Lord's doing. He's incrementally breaking this place down. Just like he incrementally broke down ancient Egypt, he's incrementally breaking down modern Egypt, being America. He chopping down this tree, man.
Because different crops, even with the truckers, right? They call it what? The heart of what do they call it? The heart of America?
Arteries.
Right? And the arteries.
Yeah.
And what happens when you have a heart attack, man? Once the heart starts failing, certain body parts start reacting, man. You know, the left side of your body might go numb. Your arm might start having some pain. Right? Kidneys start failing. And at the end, hey, you have that heart attack. There ain't no healing. That's what we're seeing. It's all started.
Well, you can't heal Babylon, as the scriptures say. These stimulus, the stimulus that they keep on giving out, that's going to have an effect. That's going to have a negative effect down the line. You don't feel it right now. When they first released the stimulus, it seems like everything is cool. People's putting the money back into the economy, right? That's going to have an effect later. That's not going to have a negative effect later on down the line. All right, because all it's doing is further depreciating the value of the dollar bill. Now, when the dollar collapses, it's really what it's causing is inflation. All right, And it's going to lead to hyperinflation. They're already talking about a fourth stimulus. All right? And so that's going to lead to hyperinflation. Okay? It's going to hit you. You're going to start feeling this shit, man. You can't just keep on printing money and thinking shit's going to be straight. All right?
And they know that though. So
They-
they already
yeah.
know. You know what I'm saying? They just doing it. They causing the problem, and then they're gonna give you the solution.
Yep.
And which ultimately gonna be the RFID chip. You know what I'm saying? And all that.
And just to fulfill that prophecy, they have to collapse the dollar.
Yeah.
All right? Because that's going to be the new form of currency. It says that they shall not buy nor sell save he that had the mark, which is the RFID chip in the mark of the beast. So if that's going to be the new form of currency, they have to collapse the current form of currency. Man.
And it goes beyond currency. Of course, that's one of the reasons, but it's also total control. So they have to, just laying back on what you said, they have to collapse the dollar to bring that new form of currency to get total control. That's what their main goal is, to have complete total control, to sit as a god, right? So in ancient Egypt, it said what? Money failed, right? And when the money failed in ancient Egypt, all the Egyptians had to come to Pharaoh and give everything that they had to him. They said, we have nothing else but our land and ourselves, right? So they all became servants. This is what made ancient Egypt great. They all became servants onto Pharaoh, man. So it's the same thing when this dollar collapse. Everybody's gonna be going to this devil, all right, saying all we have is ourselves. We want things to go back to normal. I want my job back. I want my old life back. What do I have to do? That's when the microchip comes in. Order, ATKO, problem, reaction, solution.
Like even during the time of ancient Egypt, you can look at it as if they were still. They had to rely more upon Egypt. And that's the same thing now. Esau's putting you in a position to where you have to rely more upon him, where you get more comfortable.
Yeah.
Why the fuck will people go back to work if they can continue to get stimulus checks and not work? So they're forcing you to rely more upon this system, so that then it's like when they take away that, they're like, all right, I'm taking away this. You've been leaning upon this, right? You've been trusting in me, right? Now I'm gonna take this away, your support, and I'm gonna force you to rely upon taking this chip, taking this RFID chip, man. And that's what the scriptures go into, man. He's gonna continue to do that. But that's why it says the remnant shall no longer stay or rely upon him that smote them. See, the remnant, the elect, they're gonna trust in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, and the Lord is gonna come through on their behalf. So even in the midst of the economic collapse and so on and so forth, the Lord is gonna protect his remnant in miraculous ways. But everybody that's trusting in Egypt, they're gonna fall with Egypt, man.
Woe unto you that go into Egypt for help, man.
Right.
Everybody that's trusting in this place now, they gonna get that microchip, man. If you got that vaccine, your ass gonna get that microchip.
That's right.
It's obvious, all right?
Yep.
You motherfuckers that get tattoos and shit all the time, you gonna get a microchip, all right? We can see it. You can talk to your motherfucker, and don't even have to have a conversation about the microchip. You just know this motherfucker's gonna get the mark. All right, this motherfucker is lost, don't know what's going on. They gonna get the mark, they gonna be destroyed. I'll see you in the
Got full mask on.
Right.
He's talking about jabbing everything, jabbing children, everything. I can't wait. Niggas is saying, I can't wait till they come up with a jab. And I'm gonna take it right now.
Cause they let you know they gonna take the chip, man, because they relying and trust on Esau. They docile, you know.
Yep, and that's why they contaminate the water.
Yeah.
Remember we was watching they talked about how they put these different chemicals in the water to make you docile and make you easily taught. Right? This is what they're doing. This is not conspiracy, right? It's fucking facts. Alright? The water is in plastic bottles. Alright? Now, what's in the plastic bottles is BPA, different chemicals, all right, that contaminates the water, that rises estrogen and atrazine in the water, different poisons and chemicals, all right? Why? So that it all goes back to total control, all right, and domination. He's Dr. Evil, man.
That's it. Hey, that show you the power of the Lord, because nothing you can do is going to get the elect, man. Because the Lord's elect are drinking that very same polluted water. These people are drinking, man. They had to work on them. You know, so your witchcraft, all what you damn devil's doing is not going to work on the Lord's elect. Lord willing, we're a part of his number.
Right.
Yeah, that's all scriptures, man. You know? We don't just talking, but those things are all scriptures. It says we shall eat our bread defiled amongst the Gentiles and we're going to look them off. It says that we shall drink poison and live better. These are things that the brothers explaining that what, man, that the Spirit has us covered on, man. You know?
The limitation doesn't it say you shall buy your water by measure? Roughly
Our
paraphrasing.
own water and wood is sent to us, man.
Yeah. So shit, that's the plastic bottles, man.
Yep.
We don't have our own well. All right, we don't have our own water source. See, we in the kingdom, we're gonna have all these different things. We're gonna know where our water is coming from. We're gonna know where our food is coming from. So the air is gonna be clean. This is what we're out here preaching and promoting. We're out here preaching a clean earth. All right, we're out here preaching world peace. All right, but the only way we can get that clean earth and world peace is if this devil who doesn't want world peace, who's all about war, who's been doing nothing but polluting the earth, this devil has to go out of rulership. He has to be destroyed.
Remember we was watching the Warriors last night, that Edomite that Edomite game.
Right.
They killed the leader Cyrus. And then at the end the Warriors asked him, why'd you do it? He was like, I just
like doing
Yeah.
things like that.
Yeah, God. So that's the mentality Esau Edom, man. He's all about hell, destruction, and chaos.
Yeah.
Hey, why you pollute the skies? No reason.
Yep.
Why you polluting the water? No reason. He's just the devil, man. Hey, it's a cartoon, right? It's a cartoon. It's Edomite. It's an illustration. He's walking through. He finds some snakes. He put them on the snake as boots. You know, he just pollute everything, man.
Fucking up everything.
And at the end of that little skit, the chariots came, the Indians came and killed, man. And that was comedy, but look, there's truth in comedy, man. You know? Esau Edom, the Lord said he's going to destroy him that polluted the earth. And that's what exactly what this stuff is.
And there's a scripture that says that he will not sleep unless he puts forth mischief and cause some to fall. You got that?
Oh, yeah, it's Proverbs.
They guys don't even got it.
I know these brothers holding precepts.
Con, grab what you got, Pops.
This is Matthew 24 and 22. And except those days be short, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days should be shortened. And that's what the Lord doing. He's shortening the days for who? The elect's sake, man. Otherwise, hey, everybody be dead. This devil will kill everybody, including himself, man. But hey, Esau was made to do wicked. That's all he can do, man. That's all he's gonna do, man.
He's the harbinger of death.
That's it, man. That's all he gonna bring forth is death and destruction, man. That's why the Lord is about to bring death and destruction unto him, man.
Hey, that's why it says that in Jeremiah the 51st chapter, man. It says, oh, I'm against thee, oh, destroying mountain, which destroyeth all the earth, man. And I will turn thee into a burnt mountain. See, a mountain is symbolic for governments, right? Like when these nations meet together, they have summit meetings. The summit is a peak of a mountain. So the destroying mountain is what? Esau Edom in his rulership, man. America, Babylon the Great. So the Lord is going to turn this into a burnt mountain. What is that speaking of? Nuclear missiles raining down upon this place, man. For all this wickedness and all the destruction that is put forth.
And that's really that's the Lord cleaning this place, man. Fire is a cleansing agent. He's going to use that fire to purify this place, man, of the filth, all right? And this place, America will never be inhabited again, man, only by desert creatures, all right? And it's because of this devil, all right? It says because of their sake came the flood, because of the wicked sake came the flood. That's the first death. Same with the second death, because it was wicked that fire has to. All right? The Lord destroyed the Lord cleansed the earth the first time with water. Now he's going to clean the earth this time. If he does that, we have the chariots watching this place be cleansed, man. But you can look at it one of two ways. Yeah, it's being destroyed, but in a wider sense, it's really being cleansed.
I think that's in Isaiah 24. It says fire the clean the soul, something like that.
Yeah, I get that phrase.
That lets you know fire cleans the earth, man.
They can run down their precepts and we can go back.
Real quick, this is 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
Destruction.
The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. All right, so certain parts of this earth is going to be burned up, America being the main one. All right, and it's the Lord. It says the works that are therein is going to be burned up. Why? Because the works that are in this earth is all evil and all wicked, man. It says, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If you love the world, the love of the Father is not in you. Why? Because the whole world lies in wickedness. So that fire is going to burn up the works of this place. It's going to clean this place the fuck up, man. And just like in ancient, when the Lord destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, hey, when the Lord rained fire from the heavens, you know there wasn't no Sodomites for a minute, man. You know that, or the Sodomites stayed in the closet, right? They was scared, they was feared, they wasn't gonna come out because of that destruction. The Lord made an example. So it's the same thing, man. The Lord's gonna bring that fire upon us. It's gonna put evil out of the earth, man. Right. All right.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 20.
If I can finish on this.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
This is 2 Peter 3 and 11. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? All right, so that's the Lord cleaning this place up with that fire, dissolving the elements, man. That's how hot that fire is going to be, man. In the book of Malachi, it says that they shall come where the earth shall burn like an oven. Hey, that's that super hot fire, man. Okay? And the Lord's going to bring that upon this place to correct the world of his evil. All right, you got it, man.
It's the book of Isaiah 24. It's the book of Isaiah 24, verse 19. The earth is utterly broken down. The earth is clean, dissolved.
Now the earth will get broken down by the thermonuclear missiles. It said the earth is clean, dissolved. Yep. So that fire is going to cleanse this earth, man. The brother just read in 2 Ezra 3 and 10. Yep.
And 2 Peter as well.
2 Peter, not 2 Peter.
It says, and the earth is moved exceedingly.
That's it. So that's powerful.
This is Matthew's.
Speak up.
This is Matthew's 13 and 49. It says, so shall it be at the end of the world, the angels shall come forth and sever the wicked from among the just, and shall cast them into the furnace of fire. There shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth. And that's what's going to happen to all the wicked on this earth. The Lord's going to come and sever them.
Back in Isaiah 24 and verse 20, it says, the earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard. It shall be removed like a cottage, and the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again. Talking about America. And it shall come to pass in that day Yahweh shall punish the host of the high ones.
Which is starting with the elite Beckman. That's the host of the house.
That are on high, and the kings of the earth upon the earth.
Because they're going to be the first ones to get judged, man. All right? Because Lord's going to allow them to hide in little underground bunkers, wherever they're going to hide at. And the elect's going to pull them out of their hiding spots. That's another that Jeremiah 16 and 16. They should grab them out of every hole. Put punishment on them. Yeah, you feel me? Yeah. So we fishing right now. And the elect man who Lord chosen to be fishers, he's going to turn them into hunters, man.
Right. Let me finish it off. It says, and they shall be gathered together as prisoners, are gathered in the pit, and shall be shut up in the prison, and after many days they shall be visited.
And pit, that's what they're going to be dwelling in. That's going to be their home in the kingdom of heaven. Them pits, man.
Man, that king, grab it, it says songs, man.
Oh, yeah, songs.
Buying them up. This place here is a pit, man. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, yeah.
All right, we had Jake being the ghettos, the Bakios, and all that shit, man. But Jake being a lower state, man. Hey, the Spirit had me do a lesson a couple years back. No more Section 8 for Jake. Jake being Section 8, living and shit like that. But what this devil's going to, he's not even going to have an apartment, a dirty apartment. No, he's going to have a fucking hole in the ground. All right? A nice 2x2 hole. This nigga's going to have to dwell in, man.
Sleep standing up.
Right. That's the book of Psalms 138. This is prophecy written, man. These are the words of Yahweh Shemel Shai. It's Psalms 138 and verse 5. It says, let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds.
Right, it says the saints. Remember the saints, the Israelites, all right? Psalms 50 and 5, Psalms 148, like 14.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the saints of the Israelites. So this is the inheritance of the Israelites, man. This was the promise for Abraham, man, to his seed, that they would be above all the other nations. That means all the other nations are in subjection.
Yeah.
That he's ruling over them. The Israelites will rule over them. They will be their slaves, their subjects.
And the Lord is not slack concerning his promise.
Right.
This promise is about to fully be fulfilled, man.
Right.
We was just reading Acts, right? And Stephen was going into it, and he was going into the history of pretty much Egypt. You know what I'm saying? He was going into that history, and he was going into the prophecy of the Israelites being under Egypt for 400 years. And then he said, the time of the Lord's promise drew nigh. Yeah. So that's when he started. That's when he rose up Moses. That's when he started breaking down Egypt, because it was the time of his promise. We're coming into the time of his promise, where he gives us an everlasting kingdom. It says in the book of Daniel, the 2nd chapter, in the days of these kings, in the days of these kings, and he's talking about the current power structure that we're in right now. In the days of these kings shall the power of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and they shall break in pieces all these other nations, man, and we shall rule forever and ever and ever. We're coming into the time of our promise. Well, if we went back into that 2 Peter that I was just reading, the 3rd chapter, it says that he's not slack concerning his promise, as some men count slackness. But he is long-suffering to usward, that all should come to repentance. All being what? All the little ones, all the elect, all the chosen. The ones that's been predestinated to come to repentance. All of them have to be sealed. All of them have to reach the fullness of Yahweh Shai Mashiach, as the scriptures say, roughly paraphrasing in Ephesians, man. Has to be built up to that level. And then shall the end come. And then those winds shall be released on the earth. Completely. Because it's already a little breezy out here, man. All right? With these different lockdowns, this economic struggle. Okay? World War III, all these different prophecies. We're in the beginning of your pains, man. Of your suffering.
Back in Psalms 149 and verse 5. It says, let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praise of Yahweh be in their mouth, and the two-edged sword in their hand.
That's right, man. It says a two-edged sword in their hands, man. And I always like to mention that sword ain't used to butter up toast, man. You know, in the morning, oh, let me butter up some toast with my sword. No, you read about earlier how King David, when he was in doing shit, he was throwing the damn demons in the brickland, man. All right? Putting them in the brickland, sewing them asunder, man. You know, and the Lord was with it all the way. So the Lord is going to be with it just in these times to come as well, man.
And he said that King David is a man after the Lord's heart. Everything King David was doing, the Lord was putting it in his heart to do. All right? It's going to be the same thing. We're going to possess them that possess us, right? The plowman shall overtake the reaper. There ain't going to be nothing nice when that happens, man. We're going into it right now. We're going to wake up singing, because we're going to beat your ass, all right? We're going to wake up praising the Lord as usual. Same thing, ain't nothing changed, right? Ain't nothing changed with the bodies that we're going to be in, right? Otherwise, we still going to wake up as we do today. The Wadi Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, all right? And we're gonna take a royal ass bath, all right, in a hot spring with bathers, all right, with heathen bather, concubine bathers, all right, and our princesses. And then after that, we're gonna grab our two-edged sword, all right, to do what? Go ahead.
It says, verse 6, let the high praise of Yahweh be in their mouth, and the two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the heathen,
Upon the heathen, right? Upon the other nations, go ahead.
and punishment upon the people.
And punishment upon these other Gentiles, these other heathens, man. The Lord is going to use us to punish them. All right? He says, by the hand of my people Israel shall I take vengeance upon Esau, Edom, and I will put my anger upon them. We're mad as hell at Esau, Edom, but how much more the Heavenly Father Yahweh? All right? He says that his eyes are too pure to behold wickedness, man. He has to humble himself to see what goes on this earth, man.
Hey, you just tell you that in Psalm 7:11, he says angry with the wicked every day.
That's right. So that anger has just been piling up, and now he's about to exhale, man. And when the Most High, when a God exhale, come on now,
Right.
the earth is gonna shake, okay? The earth he's gonna change the geography of this planet. When he says that he shall cry like a travailing woman, that's letting it all out.
Hey, it even says in Wisdom of Solomon, with one rough word could the Lord bring our enemies under, man. So even just the Lord speaking the word, man, hey, the Lord is going to unleash a wrath of this world.
Right. But when he was fucking up Egypt, they said, surely this is the finger of God.
Yep.
This is just his finger. All right? This is his finger that's fucking us up, man.
Right here.
Right.
I got what you are. I got something for you, Yeshaya. This Isaiah 42 and 13. The Lord shall go forth as a mighty man. He shall stir up jealousy like a man of war. He shall cry, yea, roar. He shall prevail against his enemies. I have long time holding my peace.
He's been holding back. It said that he's angry with the wicked every day. But he said, I'm not, I'm gonna let it build up. I'm gonna hold it back. It's just been building and building. It's like a nigga, you let a nigga talk, man. Go ahead and talk, right? You done talking, you just sock him in his mouth, man. All right? Go ahead, do all that talking. It says that he shall boast prideful things. Roughly paraphrased, I believe it's in the book of Daniel. All right?